The North Fork of Iron Wash is a good canyon in the San Rafael Swell of Utah. The canyon doesn't receive as many visits as the quality warrants because the narrow slot ends with a deep pothole that for many years was a difficult escape, which deterred parties. The canyon is in the eastern reef between Interstate 70 and Hanksville. The shortest approach is reached via a dirt road off Highway 24 near milepost 141. Parked just before Ernie Canyon Wash. We're going to go to the North Fork of Iron Wash. You can park at Ernie Canyon Wash and then follow an old four-wheel drive track up to an old drilling rig and then onto the Navajo Slick Rock. From there, wander up to the canyon rim and you can enter the canyon at a hairpin bend just up canyon from where the Narrows begin. The Narrows are about half a mile, 1 kilometre long. There are some nice sculpted narrows and shallow potholes early on. The canyon was dry for us during a particularly dry spell. It's a nice section. It's of sculpted rocks. Could be a keeper for a 4-year-old. No. No. We were aware of the keeper pothole at the end and a potential rappel bypass route requiring climbing. So we were careful not to overcommit to the canyon in case we didn't like the final obstacle.
Mum, I need a drink. Sure.
We made certain not to progress down canyon past anything that we wouldn't be able to reverse if needed.
Mum, I didn't even make it.
You didn't, did you?
Well, we've come to the first major down climb. Very easy down that. It's a chimney crack. There's a bolt here that has either been damaged by floods or somebody's bashed it down. Shouldn't really be needed. You can climb up and down that crack. Yeah, it's now dark, which is nice and cool from the desert. Oh, in a slanted slot now, there's a sling there. That's going to drop down into a keeper pothole. It seems to have a handline across it. Yeah, right, there is a bolted handline around the side. It looks like a rope at the far end to get out with. Can't quite see. Oh, you can see on the camera. It's a good 4 metres deep. It's clear that the pothole has 1 to 2 metres of sand more than the photo in Michael Kelsey's guidebook. That 2 metres of sand certainly changes the nature of the exit. I still decided to go and have a look at the rappel bypass option. It looks like you can climb up to a higher ledge. The pothole's down there, but up on the left wall there are a series of ledges that get you up to the log. There's the log and there's a sling around it, so you'd have sailed past the pothole there. That's looking back on the climb, lots of ledges, but we are considering whether we just go into the pothole, given that it seems to be fully set up with ropes to get in and out. Come down to the pothole, fully equipped. It's a lot easier to see with the camera than it is with the naked eye. I think it's a bit shallower probably than I've seen in other pictures.
Look, Mummy's got now 2 ropes to come in. Thanks for your light rope.
Yeah, I'm holding you.
And we've got a sandy floor. You can now climb out using a layback move to gain a large hold on the lip. Oh yeah, I'm out I think. I got out without having to use the rope.
That's I think because it's filled with sand though. Sorry? I think because it's filled with sand.
The pothole exit is maybe 5.4 climbing, but the sand and depth will change with floods, and it would be a different proposition with water 5 feet below the rim. You should be fully prepared for a pothole escape in case the handline is no longer there. There's a lot more sand today than when Michael Kelsey was here. I reckon we're 2 metres higher.
Yeah, which means you can climb.
Yeah. It's worth bringing a head torch for this section.
Oh, pothole escape.
There is a prominent lip on the down canyon side, so a couple of packs tossed over may work to prusik out. The round trip took us 3.5 hours car to car at a leisurely pace. Once out, wander down canyon beneath large walls and enjoy the shade before emerging into the desert heat. After a hairpin bend, you can start looking for an exit to the south. This exit was class 3 or 4 scrambling. A little bit of climbing exit up here. You can see our car glinting across in the distance, so we're heading in a straight line for it. The North Fork of Ironwash is a great canyon and will likely become more popular now that the Keeper pothole has more sand and equipped with a bolted exit.